All right, fellas, so you're looking to buy an engagement ring for your lady, but you're not sure exactly how much to spend or how to go about it. Well, in this video, I'm going to share a few things to keep in mind. Plus, I'm also going to share exactly how much I spent on my wife's engagement ring. So let's go. All right, so here's the skinny on how I bought my wife's engagement ring. So I got my wife's engagement ring in late August of 2014, and I got it from a notable jewelry store, Marks & Morgan's to be exact, which is now owned by K Jewelers. I actually didn't pay for it all up front out of pocket. I did use a payment plan, and it was nice because I was actually able to buy it on 12 months interest-free. Fast forward to December of 2014, I proposed to my wife after my graduation. She said yes. We got married in August of 2015, and here we are today. Now, when you're looking to buy an engagement ring, there are really two big factors that come into play when it comes to your decision. The first is obviously price. There are a lot of people out there that say you shouldn't spend any more than 2 months of your take-home pay on an engagement ring. While there are others out there, specifically more in the financial management community, that might say you shouldn't spend any more than 1 month of your take-home pay. Now, you might be wondering, how much did I spend on my wife's engagement ring? Well, to be exact, it was about right at $2,445, including taxes and all fees. Now, for me at the time, I didn't know anything about, what was the norm or what was the average. I literally was just a man in love going into a jewelry store and seeing a ring that I thought looked good that my wife would like. And so I felt like for me that was a decent price. But looking back on it, I realized that I actually fell into the camp of spending no more than 1 month of my take-home pay. Now, mind you, at the time, I was still in graduate school. I was working to finish up my PhD. I was working as a graduate assistant, so I was bringing home about $2,600 a month after taxes. Yet thankfully, I also had a side job teaching part-time as an adjunct professor, which would allow me to bring in anywhere around $1,300 extra on months where I taught a class. Now, many would say that you shouldn't take out a credit card or pay for anything in installments, but in my case, I felt that the 12 months interest-free was reasonable enough that I could pay the ring off within that time span. And I actually was able to pay the ring off around June or July, so that's what, about 9 months or so. And I would say if you're gonna purchase an engagement ring using credit, then definitely see if you can find a deal that gives you at least 12 months interest-free. But again, pricing is ultimately up to what you're able to manage. And I would say the second biggest factor that plays into buying an engagement ring really looks at whether or not you want to surprise your wife. So do you want to get her a ring that maybe she's picked out or something that she has informed you that she really likes? Again, in my case, I did not do that. There was never a time when, I took my wife to a jewelry store and said, "Hey baby, what do you like?" And she, told me what she liked. I really did take a gamble in my case. But I was someone who, in that situation, I just really wanted to surprise my wife. I wanted to do something that, was going to, in a sense, sweep her off of her feet. And I felt that I knew my wife well enough. I had kind of observed her in terms of the things that she liked and, even just kind of her jewelry style, to where I was comfortable enough to taking a risk to buying a ring kind of on a whim. Now, if you're someone who doesn't really feel comfortable with taking that type of risk, then by all means, don't feel like you have to. I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking her to the jewelry store to see exactly what it is that she likes. Because I mean, sometimes taking that risk is almost like shooting blindfolded from the free throw line, but hey, sometimes it works out. And I think another key thing to keep in mind is that, sometimes we get caught up seeing these big, huge, extravagant rings that, these famous people buy for their fiancés, and we think, oh my gosh, I gotta get the 5-carat Hope diamond, but that's often not the case. I mean, some women will be happy in the simple fact that you are asking them to marry you, and they probably would be willing to take a ring pop if you gave it to them. Now, I'm not saying that you actually have to buy a ring pop and put it on her finger. That was just an exaggeration. I wonder if they still sell ring pops. But remember, oftentimes it's the moment that matters most. And then if you're honestly not super satisfied in the ring that you get for her now, you can always upgrade later. There are lots of people who do that. But at the end of the day, it's about taking another step towards that lifelong commitment with the woman you love. All right, so my question for all the married guys out there is, how exactly did you go about buying an engagement ring for your lady? And for all the ladies out there watching this, what are your thoughts as to how you think a man should go about buying an engagement ring. Are you one who would rather be surprised, or are you one who would rather choose exactly what it is that you want? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it, subscribe to this channel, and also share this video with someone whom you think it would help. Thank you guys for tuning in to Marriage Inside Out. We'll catch up soon.